Hi, everybody. I'm Allison Karoly. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner, and today I want to talk about trapped emotions and the emotion code. So, a trapped emotion is literally a ball of energy that is created when we experience an emotion that we don't fully process. And the emotion code is an energy healing technique that is used to release those trapped emotions that could be affecting somebody physically, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. So as we go throughout our lives, we experience various traumas, whether it's a big trauma or a little trauma. When we have that experience and we don't fully process it, the energy of that emotion gets stuck in our bodies, and that trapped emotion, that ball of energy, can cause illness. It can make us be more stuck in an area of our life where we don't feel like we can move forward, whether it's in career or relationship or your finances. It can also make us more prone to an emotion or be more triggered by an emotion. One of my favorite ways of explaining the emotion code is that it acts like a laser where we can pinpoint an emotion and the age that that emotion was trapped at. So we have a chart that we use when we muscle test to identify the emotion, and again, the age that the emotion was trapped at, and then we release it. And the beautiful thing about it is that you don't need to know necessarily what happened at that age with that emotion. So most of the time, most people do for the majority of them, but when we're younger, we don't always necessarily remember everything that happened, and we don't need to know in order to release it. And when we release it, we use a magnet, just like this one here. You can even use a magnet that's on your refrigerator, and it goes over our governing meridian. We do it 3 times, so that was 2, that was 3. And think of that as like a waterfall. So our governing meridian is our main meridian in our body, and where that is flowing into the other meridians, the other rivers of energy in our body, and is being released. There's so much that can be done and worked on in a session. Again, like I said, pain, physical pain, illness, blocks, relationships, finances. I once, when I was receiving a session, was at the end of a cold and I still had a little bit of congestion, and I happened to mention it, and my emotion code practitioner released the emotions around that remaining congestion, and by the time the session was over, the congestion it was fully gone. I could breathe again. I've had clients who we've worked on physical pain, tend to be around emotional, and that's just normal. That's a lot of what kind of holds us back in moving forward in various areas of our lives. By releasing these trapped emotions, it really does paint this beautiful story of what we're afraid of, what we're afraid of feeling, what we're afraid of doing, why we're feeling a certain way, why certain things are happening in our lives. We just, as we're releasing these trapped emotions, we get to see different patterns and different behaviors that get to be released, and also that we get to work on. There is work that goes into feeling better and being better. It's not all just being done through the emotion code. There is other awareness that we need to have moving forward in our lives, but this healing modality really works to kind of kickstart that and help us move forward in our lives. It made a big impact on my life when I received emotion code sessions, and that was a big shift for me when that happened. One of the things that we can do in sessions is we can work on our heart wall, and the heart wall is literally that, a wall of trapped emotions that we built up to protect our heart. And once I had mine released and all the emotions released around it, not only did I feel differently inwardly, but I also felt differently on how I was experiencing the world on the outside. It was from a much more open, much more loving place. And so I could talk about this forever, but I do offer free consult, and I always love talking to people about that. So if you're interested in knowing more, interested in finding out how this could work for you in your life and what you're trying to work through, please do book a free consult with me, and I'd be more than happy to chat about the emotion code and how it can help you. I'm always available for any questions or support or guidance that you may need, and I appreciate you taking your time today and listening and finding out a little bit more about emotion code. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much.